Hey, y'all. Watchmen. Yahuda Israel here again. Y'all hit the airwaves. Let them know we back on. And I got to figure out what we're going to talk about today. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. But I'm going to start off by thanking you guys for chiming in once again, being with me. Hallelujah. Count it a privilege and an honor. Yep. Hallelujah. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's check on the conference line. I want to thank everybody for chiming in. Let me see. Normally I'll be ready, but I'm not. But so let me think. Let me think what y'all is laying on my heart to talk about. Let me check right quick. Y'all bear with me. It's giving people time. I hope y'all are hitting your friends list. Y'all start inviting folks. And let's see what's up with it. Okay, do I want to talk about this? Huh. Let's see who this is, y'all. I'm not messing with no phone calls right now. Okay, I think I'm going to go another route. I think, let's see here. I think I want to mess with, let me see. Let's see here. All right. I know what I'm going to do. So, let's get ready to boogie, y'all. Here we go. I'm ready. Let's pray right quick. Spirit of y'all, we love you and thank you for this opportunity to come before you as humbly as we know how. Asking you to send a relevant word to this to your people on this 8th day in June 2017. We need you, we believe you, and we trust you for a life-changing word. And we receive this all in the matched name of Yeshua. We humbly pray, hallelujah, hallelujah, and all man. Let's get it in, y'all. Let's do it.
Conference muted. Conference recording started.
I want to thank everybody for chiming in. This is Watchman Yahuda Israel, also known as Pastor Derek Mann on Early When I Seek Through Scripture Study and Prayer Line. Again, on this 8th day in June 2017. Hey, y'all, let's dive into the Word. Let's get some food. Let's go to Romans 8. And let's start at the 6th verse. Look what it says. It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. To be carnally minded, right? To be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, right? Carnally minded, natural minded, is death. Why is that? Why is to be carnally minded death? Would that imply that humanity is lost? Is cursed? Could we conclude that? To be carnally minded is death. AKA carnal is natural. A natural minded human being is death. Wouldn't that kind of like be a judgment against humanity? All sizes, ages, and creeds. To be carnally minded is death. The word teaches in 2 Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 2:9, it says, I haven't seen nor ear heard, neither has it entered the heart of man the things which Yah has prepared for them that love him. I haven't seen, talking about the natural eye. Ear haven't heard, neither has it entered to the heart of man. Talking about all man. It hasn't entered to the hearts of man, the things which Yah has prepared for them that love him. So it made a difference between man and those that love him. Because then it went on to say in the 10th verse, but Yah has revealed them unto us by his Ruach, by his Spirit. Yah has revealed them unto us. So there's a difference between man and the us. So, for to be carnally minded is death. Natural minded. A natural man, if we would have kept reading, it would have said, the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of Yah. For their foolishness unto him, neither can he know them because they're spiritually discerned. That means the information that comes from Yah, humanity don't know it. He has to reveal it to you. And how he reveals it to us is through his Spirit. If you don't have his Spirit, you got a problem. Because you're left natural minded. The natural man received not the things of the Spirit of Yah. You're natural. It breaks down to real talk. It's like you studying Yah. People getting their word. People getting inside of their word and they're studying Yah without having the Spirit of Yah. And so in 2 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, say the letter killeth, but the Spirit gives life. The letter kills the carnal. The commandments kill the carnal. Whatever Yah say kills the carnal. Because the carnal mind is not subject to what he say. Neither indeed can be. The carnal can't comprehend from the Spirit of Yah. That's why this whole race is titled the death, burial, and resurrection. You got to die out to who you used to be so you can be born again in him to become who you should be. And the new birth is being born by the indwelling, the filling of his Spirit. or else you're carnal. You're still natural. You're living from your first birth. You can't get this thing. You don't understand. You're approaching Yah with your five senses, with your intellect. Corinthians talk about through man's wisdom, man don't know Yah. Well, I mean, let's deal with it. Let's look at 1 Corinthians 2, right? 1 Corinthians, the second chapter, starting the first verse. Look what it say. It say, "And I, brother, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of Yah. For I determined not to know anything among you save Yeshua HaMashiach and him killed." King James verse say crucified. Killed on that tree. That's all, the only thing that I'm discussing with y'all. Right? "And I was with you in weakness and in fear and much trembling. And my speech and preaching was not in enticing words of man's wisdom, but in the demonstration of the Spirit and of power. That your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of Yah." Yeshua came to set the record straight. You can't even govern a relationship with Yah through the power of man, through the wisdom of man, through the knowledge of man. It doesn't work. There's no fellowship there. Man has proven to be a wicked species, a fallen species. You can't have confidence in the flesh. Curses the man that trusts in man. You can't have confidence in the flesh. You got to have confidence in Yah 100%. In your Creator. 100%. Look what he said. Fourth verse. "And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in the demonstration of the Spirit and of power." Whose Spirit? The Ruach. Yah's Spirit. "That your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of Yah. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect." And if you look it up, it means mature in Yah. Obedient. Not a slave to their carnal nature anymore. Not a slave to the flesh no more. They've overcome living after the flesh. "Howbeit we speak of wisdom among them that are perfect, that are mature in the things of Yah." Grown up folk, spiritually. Not novice. Not run around here religious. Learning for those that know how to rightly divide the word of truth and being led by his Ruach. This is the wisdom that we speak. Yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the prince of this world that come to naught. Be Einstein all you want. Be as smart as you can be. But that wisdom is futile in comparison to Yah. It's no comparison. In that state of mind, there is no salvation in it. There is no salvation in the wisdom of man. So the princes, the kings, the so-called geniuses of this world come up short. Yeah, I don't see his man. See, man look on the outer appearance. Y'all look at the heart. His system is completely different from man's system. That's why when people get to bragging on their pastors and all the degrees they got and the plaques and want to talk about the seminary school they've been to and all that, man, miss me with all that. This is a Ruach HaKodesh type of a thing here. This is a being born again thing. Folks is puffed up in man's wisdom, think they know something, and they bring it to the table. Not realizing that our righteousness is as filthy rags. When you bring something to the table, get it up out of here. It don't work here. What we're required to bring to the table is trusting the Creator who created you. Bringing faith to the table. Whosoever believe, for Yah so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever believeth in him should not perish. Can we just trust him? That's his request, for us to trust him. I'm not talking about super stupid false doctrine like we can't even trust him or believe. That is so crazy, this false doctrine, these Calvinist folks just, oh my goodness, they so lost. It ain't even funny. You can't even believe, let them tell it. Y'all tell you something until you choose. Their doctrine say you can't choose. He gotta let you choose. You can't even choose if you want to, so I ain't gonna even go there. I don't even want to talk about that right now. It's so depressing and stupid and sick. But what we bring to the table is whosoever believeth in him. If you're gonna trust him, believe him at his word. You can't bring the works of your righteousness, the works of the law, being justified by the law. You can't be justified by the law. Our evil nature didn't let us do that. An apology wouldn't suffice. Yeshua had to die in your stead. So you can't work for that. You can't earn this one. It's strictly by what they call grace. It's strictly by his unmerited favor. I died for you to give you action at this, but what you got to do is believe. For Yah so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. You bring belief to the table. If you just believe, he got you. You will not perish, but have everlasting life. So, 6th verse, howbeit we speak of wisdom among them that are perfect, mature. Yet not the wisdom of this world, nor the princes of this world that come to naught. But we speak the wisdom of Yah in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which Yah ordained before the world unto his praise, which none of the princes of this world knew it. For had they known it, they would not have killed the master of Kabah. King James verse say the Lord of glory. But the master of majesty. They would not have killed him had they understood, if they understood what was going on, but they're carnal. The devil thinking in his deceived state of mind, being a liar and the father of it, in his deceived state of mind, he thought he was doing something by killing the master of Kabah. He thought he'd done something, not knowing that he played into the master's hand by the destruction of the flesh. Because the destruction of innocent flesh was the freedom to sinful flesh. The destruction of that lamb without spot, wrinkle, blemish, any such thing, made it a perfect sacrifice that was acceptable unto Yah, giving us action at being forgiven by having faith in him. For what he did when he was found fashioned as a man. Like when John saw him coming, behold, the Lamb of Yah, he to take away the sins of the world. That was the sacrifice. And had Satan understood that, and his boys, they thought they was up one. They thought that they can beat the system through death. Not knowing that death is the requirement for freedom from sin. He didn't know that. Death is the requirement for the freedom from sin. It's not only the consequence of sin, but it's also the only solution to sin. You got to die. Mankind has been cursed. Mankind is rendered dead because it walked away from life, because Yah is life. In him we live, move, and have our being. When you disobey life, only thing you got left is death. So Yah in his infinite wisdom said, I'm going to wrap myself in the body, being found fashioned as a man. I'm going to die in their stead. And the princes of this world didn't understand that. They got tired of him. They got tired of him preaching truth. You know, the children of Satan, they don't want to hear the truth. Folks love darkness rather than light. They don't want to be reproved by what they do. They don't want no measuring stick to say I shouldn't be sleeping with them or sleeping with him or sleeping with those and that. Folks want to do what the heck they want to do. Folks don't want to be measured. Folks don't want to hear all that. And they got sick of him and they wanted him dead. And they figured if I kill him, I'll be done with him. And Satan felt the same way. Satan was bullying people based on fear of death. He was using that. His lifestyle brings death, and he thought he was the champion of death. And Yah, in his infinite wisdom, allowed him to champion death. Because through death came life. Except a seed fall to the ground and die, it abideth alone. He didn't understand that. Death was necessary. It's consequence, and the consequence turned into solution. That's how raw the Most High is. Woo! But we speak of wisdom of Yah and a mystery, even hidden wisdom, which Yah ordained before the world unto his praise, which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have killed the master of Kabah. Then it goes in it, as it is written, I have not seen, talking about that natural man, y'all, nor ear heard. You can have carnal people listening, but they ain't getting it. You can have religious people listening to even this lesson I'm teaching now. They're not getting it unless they're repentant in their heart and they're really submitting to Yah. They tired of this religion and they want true relationship. Then something happens to their eyes and their ears. He didn't have an ear to hear what the Ruach is saying to the ecclesia, to the assembly, to the body. Eye haven't seen, ear haven't heard. Neither has it entered to the heart of man. You know your heart pumps blood. The muscle in your chest, it pumps blood. You don't think or feel with your heart. You think and feel with symbolic language. The heart is your thinker. The intimate part of your thinking. Head knowledge is not intimate. It's just information. When it enters your heart, it's still your thinking mechanism, but it's the part that's going to govern your life. The part you're supposed to guard with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. In other words, what you do, because the issues of death flows out of it too. Depends on where you're at. But neither has it into the heart of man, the things which Yah has prepared for them that love him. The heart of a carnal man cannot perceive the reward that is in place for those that love Yah, that lay their life down for the gospel, that lay their life down for the work of the ministry, lay their life down for Yah. Those that are able to minister and to give to those that need and to love folks and to forgive. A carnal mind cannot understand that. They don't understand if someone smites you on the cheek, offer from the other. First of all, I don't even understand what that means, because it don't mean just walk around and let people slap you. But when you're spiritually minded and you're perfect before him, he'll reveal to you what it's really saying is, don't render evil for evil. In other words, you're user friendly. You're a vessel of honor. You represent love and what's right. And Yah gonna fight your battle. Do not get it twisted. And it also serves for people that will go into captivity that really belong to him, that will be shipped all over the four corners of the earth. The state of the true people that salvation was earmarked for. Salvation was earmarked for Abraham's seed only. That's why Yeshua told the Gentile woman, it is not meet for me to give the children's bread on the dogs, because everyone else was considered dogs. And people don't get that. So salvation was earmarked for those, according to Deuteronomy 28, Leviticus 26, that would be shipped all over the world into captivity, and they would be in a tail type of a situation. They're not the head now, they're the tail. If you want to know where true Israel is, because they're not back in Israel yet. Because when they go back in, it's going to be peace. They're in captivity, and they're in the lands that they were enslaved in, and they're the tail, so they need to have humility. Because you can lose your life. They need to have humility. They need to learn how to cooperate. They need to learn how to humble themselves. It's a part of their Yah-ordained punishment. But that state of mind will save your life, because you're not at home. He's still punishing his children. And the Gentile fit right in, according to Romans 11 chapter, because they're grafted into Abraham's family through faith. The children of Israel, through their disobedience, which equals to not having faith, like Abraham, because Abraham was obedient through his faith. They disobeyed and they didn't have the faith, so they were blinded. And only a remnant kept the faith. Like the Pauls of the world. They call him Paul. His name is Saul. He has more of a urban sounding name, but, you know, since they stole the images and flipped who the Jews really was and all that, a part of it was calling him Paul and Cephas Peter. That's the moves they pull. But we know him as Paul. Paul was one that believed still, but the majority didn't. And they were blinded. And through their blindness, the Gentiles grafted in so they could be saved, but it's through that one people. And this is applicable to the one people that the Gentiles now could even partake in. Because even when he told that Gentile woman, it is not meet for me to give the children's bread on the dogs, she said, true, like I'm a dog, but even dogs desire the crumbs to fall from the master's table. He said, because you're honest enough to know that humanity ain't cool, including yourself, you got a shot at it. Your daughter is healed. Because that's what it takes, being honest, not putting mankind on a pedestal, making them bigger than what they really are, because they're not big at all. We are so his children, so vulnerable to him. And he's so serious with us. We think we get wise and want to go around him like we got some knowledge, like we figured something out. Check this out. I haven't seen, ear haven't heard, neither has it entered the heart of man the things which Yah has prepared for them that love him. You don't get it. You rather fight for your freedom, not even knowing you in captivity. You rather physically fight for your freedom. You ain't got nothing coming until Yah give it to you. He the one that had you shipped all over in the four corners of the earth. He uses the devil spiritually. And he also uses the devil's children physically. These jokers is running around given the power to do what they're doing by Yah. No, there's no power but none that's ordained by Yah. He gave them the power to do what they're doing because you're getting your butt whooped. Because you're bisexual, you're a homosexual, and you advocate for homosexuality. You advocate for liars. You about your money. You ain't about the things of Yah. You about your money. I can see your whole butt when you walk down the street because you that twisted. But if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven. I forgive their sins and I hear their land. We be getting gunned down and shot and dogged out. We be straight fornicating, gay as heck, gangsters, listening to cussing music, acting a fool. That comes along with the doctrine of Balaam, this evil world, and the folks that know that we're the children of Israel know that our kryptonite is sin. So they got the whole atmosphere, the prince of the air, the Ashkenazi Jew. You got the prince of the air, which is the spirit of the devil. You got the Ashkenazi Jew, which is his children, the synagogue of Satan, those that say they are Jews and are not. You got them physical devils that control the airwaves too. All the television, CBS, NBC's, all, Hollywood, the music, they're controlling it. And it's all aimed at the true Israel. They stole our identity, but it's aimed at the true Israel, the kryptonite, to keep you in sin. So the wrath of Yah can abide on you because the word teaches that the wrath of Yah abides on the children of disobedience. But if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven. I forgive their sins and I hear their land. The great awakening is happening, but along with the awakening, you got to really wake up and stop sinning. All the way waking up and then landing yourself in the law, and you can't even be justified by the law. No flesh is justified by the law. The law didn't even come to save you for what the law could not do in that it was weak through the flesh. Yah sending his son in the likeness of sinful flesh and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh but after the spirit. For what the law could not do, save me, make me love him. Law can't make me love him. This is a love thing. He said you must first know that he's one, and that you must love him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love your neighbors yourself. Notice love upon these two hang all the law and the prophets. It's love, loving him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, knowing that he's one, and loving your neighbor as yourself. That's love. Law can't make you love him nor your neighbor. Yah is love, the Ruach HaKodesh. You go against love, you go against life, Well, love came down 42 generations and found fashion as a man. And without controversy, the greatest mystery of Yah is Yah is the one that was manifested in the flesh. But only those that are perfect before him really understand that. Some folks think he's three. He never called himself three. I'm a father and a son, and I got a spirit. I'm one dude sitting here trying to tell you something. But I speak of wisdom. I speak of wisdom of Yah and the mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which Yah ordained before the world, onto his kabah, onto his praise, onto his credit. Come on. But as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither has it entered the heart of man the things which Yah has prepared for them that love him, but Yah has revealed them unto us. We know something that they don't know. We kill false doctrine. We kill the lie. We going in Satan's kingdom, taking back what he stole. Give me back my identity. And you coming up out of my land. And the poor Ashkenazi Jew that's innocent, because you got some Ashkenazi Jews that are innocent. Not completely innocent. All have sinned and come short. I mean innocent to the retrospect that they really believe they the Jews. They run around here with a Yiddish form of our language, not knowing that they're Jewish, kind of sort of Jew. You got to be born into this thing. This is a bloodline thing. And the bloodline is for the Negro. Came from Negro land in the 1600s when we were captured in the slave trade because we were shipped all over to the four corners of the globe. And now he's waking us up to who we are, and simultaneously he's waking up even the fake Jew to realize, and those that are honest is starting to admit it, even on YouTube and stuff. They start to admit it. The scales is falling off their eye because it's revealed on us. But back to my point, man, don't win in this one. Mankind come up short. I haven't seen nor ear heard, neither has it entered the heart of man the things which Yah has prepared for them that love him, but Yah has revealed them unto us by his Ruach HaKodesh. For the Ruach searches all things, yea, the deep things of Yah. Let's deal with it. I'm here. I didn't deal with it before, but it's getting good to me right now. Look at it. It say, for what man nor the things of a man say the spirit of a man which is in him? See, if you honest, you know that man ain't cool because you ain't either. You know how many evil thoughts we got to bat down? It's not a sin to have an evil thought. It's a sin to go along with it. It's a sin to obey it. Even Yahusha was tempted in all points. Evil thoughts came. He just was able to bat them down. He said, Satan has no place in me. Whatever the thoughts was, couldn't, you know. And even if you go to Matthew 4, whatever he tipped at him, you know, turn the stone into bread, or cast yourself down off the thing, or bow down and worship me. There was no part in Yeshua. Man, get out of here with that. That's just like me, you know what I mean? You have a handsome man come up to me, a buff brother, clean cut and everything, like I want to kiss dude. You lost your doggone mind. There's nothing happening. Period. Dot. I married his sister, though. You better believe it. She downstairs cooking, I think. Anyway. For what man knoweth the things of a man, say the spirit of a man which is in him? If you know people, you know you ain't cool. Put yourself on a pedestal. Thinking that eating herbs, oh, I'm from Africa, you know, we ate herbs and we lived. That's cool. That's cool. You know, some weird stuff jumped off. I ain't gonna go there right now. It would sound a little too harsh probably. But things is a little weird. Okay, I'll go to Western medicine tip, though. You got the Ashkenazi Jew that cut the deal and start killing all herbal hospitals. All herbal hospitals and, like, you know, acupuncture and all that, natural ways of healing. They killed that because they couldn't patent and make money off of it. It's the same Ashkenazi Jew that y'all sending money to that think they're the children of Yah. The same ones that brought homosexuality and all this adultery and fornication to the movie screens that control Hollywood and all that. Yeah, them jokers, the Illuminati dudes. Yeah, y'all sending them money like they the children of Yah. Y'all on the police side, when they kill the real children of Israel, we got to wake up, y'all, because y'all going to get you for that. You better wake up. And it's time out for true Israel running around here thinking they Gentile. But for what man knoweth the things of a man, say the spirit of a man which is in him? Because all have sinned and come short. We all got this evil nature. Saul said, when I would do good, evil is present. Even when I would do good, we got this evil nature we dealing with. That's why James got involved and said, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, because you gonna be tempted by your own lust and entice, by your own evil ways, by the things that you do. But you can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop them from landing and nesting in your hair. You can't stop evil thoughts from going across, but at least you admit that mankind ain't cool because of it. We're being rescued from us. We're being rescued from evil thoughts that we normally would have done, meditated it, and performed it. That's why I say, blessed is the man that endureth temptation. Said the spirit lusts against the flesh against the spirit. These are contrary to one to another, so you can't do what you want to do, playboy. For what knoweth the things of a man, say the spirit of a man which is in him? Can you admit you ain't cool? Because if you can do that, you can be saved. Can you admit like the woman admitted? True, master. He said, it's not me for me to give the children's bread on the dogs. She said, true. True, master. But even a dog, I'm admit I ain't cool. But man, I need to eat the crumbs from your table, please. Here's a crumb. Take that and run. She healed. We need to get us some crumbs. And Yah's crumbs is enough to heal the world. Believe it. For what man knoweth the things of a man, say the spirit of a man which is in him. Even so the things of Yah knoweth no man but the spirit of Yah. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of Yah. Y'all get that? Ain't nothing in the world but the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Folks want to try to tell you you a sinner saved by grace. Want to preach you into the problem. Tell you continue to do the problem and you still saved. That is a new Messiah with a new name. The new name is Jesus. The new doctrine is once saved, always saved. It's a lie. Sin and see how saved you, yeah. Like you're going to change his mind. The word is going out of his mouth, won't return void. The wage of sin is death. Read it. Last verse in Hebrews, the 6th chapter. Read it for yourself. Quit believing people. Curses the man that trusteth man. For what if some do not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yah without faith? Yah forbid, let Yah be true, but every man a liar. As it is written that thou mightest be justified in thy sins and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Come on, y'all, let's get saved. We ain't got time like that. Now we have received not the spirit of the world. Y'all heard that? Lust of the eye, the lust of flesh, pride of life. Sin, y'all. We have not received the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of Yah. Yah ain't going to sin. Yah ain't going to lead you to sin. We have received the spirit of Yah. The wrath of Yah abides on the children of disobedience, but now we become obedient. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of Yah, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of Yah, which things also we speak, not in the words what man's wisdom teaches. We not messing with y'all, man. Go to school, get all that little carnal education all you want. I hope you try to get paid. You ain't gonna get salvation out of it. They're gonna waste your time with some calculus and trigonometry, so you don't have time to study your word. You don't have time to teach your children, to get them out of this matrix, to get them out of, get them off this Western chemicals and all. You can't even figure out how to take care of the body Yah gave you because you're too busy studying calculus and trigonometry, trying to become titles that's going to get you paid that is irrelevant to all them math classes you cramming. They have their pros at occupying your time and giving you video games and pastimes and recreation while they destroy the world and, more importantly, destroy your soul. More importantly, steal the identity of the true people of Yah, scrambled up all the people, got them all mixed up, got them all on birth certificates, which ain't nothing but stocks and bonds. You're a slave. You got a social security card. That's your EIN to the corporation that they made you. That's why you had all capital letters in your name, because they turned you to a corporation. All capital letters is fictitious. It doesn't exist. But you're a corporate following corporate destruction, corporate laws because you're a part of a corporation you didn't know you signed up for. Jokers tell you if you don't sign the birth certificate, you're going to be awarded the court. No, you's a lie. If you do sign the birth certificate, you're going to be awarded the court. You liar. But they pros at calling evil good and good evil, and they got you caught up in the works of the flesh and being disobedient to the Creator and destroying the planet. They destroying the planet right up under your nose while you scared and clenching your purse every time you see the true children of Israel. You see the true children of Israel, they got you so twisted that you see a true child of Israel and you clench your purse and get to ducking. And then the synagogue of Satan, you writing checks and sending it to them. While they spraying you with chemtrails and putting high fructose corn syrup in all your food. They got babies grinding them up, putting them in hamburger meat at McDonald's. And you taking your family out to McDonald's looking at the Hebrews crazy when they walk by and start holding your purse funny. Woo, the devil is cold. Which things also we speak not with the words which man's wisdom teaches. Man can't teach you this one. But what the Ruach HaKodesh teaches, comparing spiritual things with spiritual, right? But the natural man, peep y'all, but the natural man, the normal person, the natural man receiving not the things of the spirit of Yah. You got to be born into this thing. You got to be born again. You got to come to the end of yourself and quit yourself. Quit trying to be saved and unsaved at the same time. Quit trying to go to the club and the church at the same time. Quit trying to be justified by the law. Ain't no flesh going to be justified by the works of the law. Some folks esteem one day above another. Some esteem all days alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. But it went on. If you look at the first verse in Romans, the 14th chapter, it say, him that is weak in the faith only eat his herbs. Him that is weak chooses a day. Better wake up. Yeshua is the true rest that the Sabbath was pointing to. When Yah, which is a spirit, he didn't get tired. He rested on the seventh day because he knew he was going to take on the body and we was going to rest in him. Come on to me, all you that labor and heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. He renamed it in David. It's in Psalms and it's in Hebrews, the 4th chapter. That he renamed it in David. Today you hear my voice, harden not your heart. That's your rest. He tell you what to do. Don't harden your heart, obey him. You're resting from your scandalous lifestyle, from your works of sin. As he is rested from his works, you need to rest from yours. 13, which things also we speak not in words which man's wisdom teaching, but with the Ruach HaKodesh teaching, comparing spiritual things with spiritual, right? But the natural man receive not the things of the spirit of Yah, for their foolishness is on him, neither can he know them, because they're spiritually discerned. Woo! All right, back to where we really was, right? 6, Romans 8 and 6, 6 verse. For to be carnally minded is death. You want to be natural minded? You want to keep your natural mind and get in the choir? You looking for a good church home, huh? What you looking for? A good choir? What you looking for? What? Got a nursery and some programs for your child? That's what you looking for? Man, as scandalous as you is, are you sure that's what you should be looking for? The wage of sin is death and you looking for a choir? Are you serious? Look at the difference in the scriptural days to now. Grievous wolves came in and didn't spare the flock. And Saul wanted to cry about it. They called him Paul. They whitened him out. They whitened his name, Paul. His name is Saul, okay? But he wanted to cry knowing that grievous wolves would come in and twist everything. And now the assembly is like a social club. They got brochures and everything. It's like you get a map like you at Marine World or something. You're at Great America. You're at Disneyland trying to find Neverland or something. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. You want true life? You want to stop being scared of the devil? Start doing the things that please Yah. Start living for him for real. Pull your pants up and zip them if you ain't married. Yeah, keep your little dress down. Women, what you doing dating women? That ain't even natural. Animals, that. You think that's cool? But now me saying that, I'm wrong, huh? Okay. You don't want to make Yah mad. He angry with the wicked every day. You gonna do it your way? This ain't Burger King. This is Yahweh or no way. Obey or mayday, mayday. Believe it. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yah. That's why y'all think it's cool. Because that stinking thinking goes against Yah. Yah say it ain't cool. Man say it is. They call evil good and good evil. They didn't flip the script. They didn't flip the doggone script. Even their education ain't cool. They vaccination shots ain't cool. The food they feeding you ain't cool. The doctrine they teaching in their seminary schools is a lie and it ain't cool. They the ones got you thinking that the synagogue of Satan is of Yah and the true children of Yah is of the devil. They twisted your wig. They got you prejudiced again. They've been working on you. You didn't already work the children of Yah. Hung them and put them in zoos. You done did every damnable thing possible to the children of Yah. Now, lightweight, you feeling guilty. And even if the truth came, you feel so guilty, it can't be true. I don't want to hear, stop it. Stop it. I don't want, no. It couldn't be the, I heard a little boy said, he had a dream or something like that. He came out and said, Jesus is a nigger. Can I use the N-word? Nigeria, nigger area. I can't say that. Yes, I can. I just did. Negro is cool too. Negro land. We're Negroes. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yah, for it is not subject to the law of Yah, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yah. When you're in the flesh, you can't please Yah. If you're in the flesh, me saying nigger area, Nigeria, look at it, read it, throws you off. They call evil good and good evil. What's so bad about N-I-G-E-R? If you add a G, does that make it bad? N-I-G-G-E-R? So, Niger, nigger, not N-I-G-E-R? What? Means black? Yeah, about right. Yeshua was a Niger? Yeah, I rock with that. Because he was. He was a Niger. Should I give him a G? Leave it off. Just call it Niger. Negro. The word promised that his children would be the tail if they disobeyed him. And that's exactly what they did. And that's exactly why people look down on them. But when you're spiritually minded, you don't look down on nobody. If you see an underdog, you can go to their aid. Because that's what true relationship with Yah will do. True love goes for the underdog, and they'll help. They're not going to take the majority side, the wide road side, the people with money. That's why James was talking about what? You want to praise them with all the money? Ain't them the ones that's putting you in jail and taking all your stuff? And polluting and destroying the earth? You want to roll with them? Because you believe you have some type of privilege based on your skin color? And the darker you are, the worse off you are. They've been working on you from day one. But it's really the spirit of the devil's been working on you to hate the true Messiah. And when it's revealed that he is a Niger, you find out that the Messiah is a Niger, then what you gonna do? Then you find out the 12 tribes of Israel are Nigers, then what you gonna do? Negroes. From Negro land. Pull it up. Negro land. Google it. Look at the map. 1600, 1700. Negro land. Ouida. Iuda. Judah. In French. The maps will show you. In 70 AD, the Romans conquered Jerusalem. Well, Yeshua had already told them in Luke 21, when you see Jerusalem encompassed with armies, go to the mountains. They fled the opposite way of Rome, which is in Europe. They went the opposite direction, west, into West Africa, into nigger area, Negro land, Nigeria. They call it Nigeria now. They left Northeast Africa because Africanus conquered over there and changed it from, it was all like Ethiopia, all over there, including over there in Asia and everything. But you ever heard of the Asiatic black man? But back to the story at hand. When they conquered, during World War II, back to the Ashkenazi Jew that y'all send money to and think that they're the true Jews, right? They're Jewish. They told you already. But you think they're the true Jews, right? True Judah? Please. They don't have the bloodline. But you think they're the true Jews. They're the same ones that renamed North Africa, Northeast Africa, the Middle East. The Middle East? Well, where's Southeast? And West East? Well, Middle East and the Middle of Africa? How you get a Middle East? Anyway. They renamed it the Middle East so you would know. Because if you know it was Africa, then you get a clue. If you knew that Egypt was in Africa, you would know the Egyptian. And the true name for Egypt is Mizraim, which is a son of Ham. And everyone historically says that Ham was the progenitor of the black races. One of his sons was Egypt. That's the rename, the new name. Mizraim was his name. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yah, does not subject to the law of Yah, neither they can be. So they that are in the flesh cannot please Yah. But you are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yah dwells in you. What is dwelling in you? Yeshua said, the words that I speak unto you is spirit and life. If you got the word dwelling in you, you got the Ruach HaKodesh leading and guiding you in all truth. But you're not in the flesh, meaning you're not carnal. You're not living after your carnal nature. You're enduring the carnal temptations that come to try to get you to sin against your creator. Greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. You got the greater one inside of you giving you the power to live right. But you are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so be that the Ruach HaKodesh dwells in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of the Messiah, he is none of his. If you don't have it, what is it to have it? To obey it. To do what he tells you to do. And if the Messiah be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness. What gave you life? The righteousness. You got forgiveness of sin through what he did on the tree. Now you're going to go on to eternal life through being led by his spirit. That's why Yeshua said, the words that I speak unto you is spirit and life. Ephesians said, nothing but one spirit. Yah is a spirit, and they that worship must worship in spirit and in truth. Yah is that spirit. In the beginning was the word was with Yah, and the word was Yah. Yah is his word. He is what he's saying. If you obey, you got his righteousness. You got eternal life. But if the Messiah be in you, talking about the word, didn't he say, if my word abide in you, you abide in my word, you can ask what you will, and it shall be done? If the word abides in you, if the Messiah abides in you, the body is dead because of sin, meaning you're not going to obey your sinful nature. It's dead. It's obsolete. The body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness, because you're obeying the word. You're obeying what he's saying. But if the spirit of him that raised up Yeshua from the dead dwells in you, if the spirit of him that raised up Yeshua from the dead dwells in you, he that raised up the Messiah from the dead shall also quicken, make you alive, your mortal body, by his spirit, by his word that dwells in you. You're being obedient to the word. Therefore, brother, we're not debtors. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. For if you live after the flesh, you shall die. But if you through the spirit do mortify, means to kill the deeds of the body, you shall live. Why they tell us we sinners saved by grace? For if you live after the flesh, you shall die. That means sin. For if you live, this talking to save people, y'all. For if you live after the flesh, you shall die. But if you through the spirit, the word, y'all, the words I speak of the spirit and life. But if you through the spirit do kill, mortify the deeds of the body, which is sin, y'all, you shall live. For as many as are led by the spirit of Yah, they are the sons of Yah. Why are y'all running around here talking about y'all the sons and daughters of Yah when you don't do nothing he say? He said, well, call me master, master, and do not the things I say. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. Yeshua said, if any man come after me, let him deny himself. Take up his torture stake. They say, call it a cross. Take up your torture stake. The T symbol they just made, they just filled in the little loop on the top, Egyptian symbol, right? If any man come unto me, let him deny himself. Take up his torture stake, his tree, and follow me. Period. If you're going to follow him, you're going to follow him. If you're not, you're not. If you call yourself a disciple, a believer, then you do what he say. Period, y'all. I'm about done. For as many as are led by the spirit of Yah, You led by it, then you're a son or a daughter of Yah. Straight up. And he loves you. He loves us all. Let's get right. Let's learn to rightly divide the word of truth. Kill this religion because it come to kill you. Kill this false doctrine, y'all. Shake yourself. Come out of it. Go find you a Negro and bless him. Yep. He told Abraham, I'm going to bless them to bless you. He also told him, I'm going to curse them to curse you. Y'all quit lying on these Hebrews and quit being on the police side when they dog them out. And you save police officers. Y'all treat his children properly. He'll bless you for it. I love you and so does he. I love even the Gentiles who was grafted into our family tree. He loves you and so do we. Spirit living Yah, we love you and thank you for this opportunity to come before you once again. Rightly dividing the word of truth. Once again, we love you and thank you for the imparting of your truth. We pray that it fall down in the souls of your children, springing up in everlasting life. We trust that it was done. In the matchless name of Yeshua, we humbly pray. Hallelujah, hallelujah, and amen. Hope you was blessed by the word. Continue to pray for me as I pray for you. If you want to chop it up with me, we're on the conference line 302-202-1102, extension 815648. We'd love to talk with you. If you have any questions, comments, statements, love to hear from you. 302-202-1102, extension 815648. If you like this ministry and you want to support it, if it's good ground, he'll bless you for it. You can hit us up through PayPal. Just put in the email address DerrickMann5857 at yahoo.com. That's DerrickMann5857 at yahoo.com. We love you. Thanks for hanging out. Holler at me on the conference line if you want to holler. Baruch Shalom.